Pardon my language. I know this game. All right, catch me up to speed here. What do we got?
You're putting Cheeto fingers all over the wall.
All right, let's focus, team.
Hello everyone and welcome to Action RPG. I'm your host Aaron, and for today's video we're headed to the world of Last Epoch. Mike, one of the senior developers at 11th Hour Games, held his normal Friday Q&A live stream on Twitch, which means I get to bring you Dev Chat 156. As always, Mike answered lots of great questions from the community and gave us some teasers for the highly anticipated Season 2, which we're going to jump into in 1 second. First, huge shout out to the sponsor of this video, yes, the Crimson Market. Now, if you don't know about the Crimson Market, they have some of the coolest tech for trading on their website and on their Discord. But what most people love about the Crimson Market is the Crimson Club. And on the Crimson Club, they give away a custom PC every single month. And yes, they are working on a new Last Epoch PC as well. There's already over 700 people in this giveaway. It's getting drawn in 14 days, 2 weeks at time of recording on Rax's stream. This new computer is the Dragonlight PC. And right now for the Crimson Market, you can get the golden ticket, which you can enter the club for free, 30 days royal free. First link in the description. Check out the Crimson Market, Crimson Club, and maybe you will be the next winner of a free PC. All right, let's jump into Dev Chat 156, and I'm actually going to start you off with a teaser.
And you know what? Let's start off with a little teaser, a little teasery tease.
It's a good idea.
Oh yeah, it's a good one. Okay, here is a passive node, upcoming passive node for, I believe, Forge Guard? Question mark. Paladin. It's Paladin. I can read it. It's tiny.
I would have corrected him.
Teeny little preview window. Read a question off at the same time here. Oh, here's a question. One thing that is missing in POE2 and LE are powerful builds. I'm sure that LE with several powerful builds would be played much more. After all, the endgame in LE is infinite, so it doesn't make sense to limit builds. Do you have plans for significant buffs to help us reach a corruption much higher than what the meta builds can reach today? Not really. I'd push back on the premise of your question quite heavily. I think there are several builds that are just very significant outliers in the power range that are very powerful builds. And I think we probably have kind of the opposite problem where there's too many builds that are too powerful right now.
I concur. A lot of people always miss the point that Last Epoch, they are balanced around 300 corruption. And yes, it's EHG's own fault that the balance has been so out of whack since 1.0 that there's builds that could push 1,000, 2,000, maybe even 5,000 corruption. But you got to remember, they're trying to balance everything out and give you as many build options as possible. So they're definitely reeling in those builds. Now, for this teaser, this is for Paladin. And what's exciting about this, whenever you activate Holy Aura, it causes all of your Ignite stacks on enemies in the Aura's era to deal more damage, multiplicative at 50%. Huge for any Ignite Paladins. Now Mike's going to talk about crafting for just a second.
And yeah, we do also, I think there's been a lot of really good discussion around specific runes and glyphs and changes to existing runes and glyphs that can happen as well. And so we are taking the opportunity to make some adjustments there as well. I'm not going to talk about specifics there at all, but there will be some new runes and glyphs showing up, and adjustments to some existing ones as well. Like, yeah, there's improvements to the crafting system coming that I think are really exciting. And then there's also, you know, other things for crafting that's happening too. That's kind of going to be a surprise, and I don't want to talk too much about it, but there's other stuff for crafting that's also coming.
Now, obviously, I'm extremely biased. Last Epoch is my favorite game, and I think the Forge, their crafting system, is the best. Wait till you see what's coming Season 2. Now, during the stream, tons of Path of Exile 2 talk, lots of comparisons, and asking about the future. Listen to this.
All right, one thing that is killing my enjoyment of POE2 is that let's try not to be negative. Well, I'll read this question out, but just in general, if I like being positive, that sort of thing. One thing that's killing my enjoyment of POE2 is that I'm getting legendaries I can't use. LE also has a lot of RNG, but not to that degree. And he plans on making the drops a little more class specific in LE next season, especially for SSF players. Thanks, keep up the good work. We don't know. The short answer is no, we don't. We right now in Last Epoch, we heavily weight the class specific drops for relic, chest, and helmet for non-unique items. So unique set legendary items do not have any sort of class weighting on them. But like for exalteds, which are a big part of your character build and character crafting and build crafting situation, those do go through very heavy weighting for the class you're playing already. I think there's going to be more ways in 1.2 to customize the loot you're finding in general, but it won't just be a straight it's class locked now. But you will be able to affect the loot you're getting more granularly than you are now. So you'll be able to do that if you want better than you can now. Better is the wrong word. More to a greater degree than you are able to now. But it's not. We're not just going straight class locked.
Huge updates coming to the Monolith of Fate. Teaser number 2.
Another little teaser here. A little teasery tease. Bada boom.
Divine
Essence. The Paladin one. Wait, the last one was Paladin 2. There's 2 Paladin things. Woohoo! Paladin's getting stuff. Yeah, we've been doing a lot of work on Sentinel in general. Hopefully there will be a good update for Forge Guard. Sentinel in general, yeah, here we go. Sentinel in general is getting a lot of stuff. So hopefully there'll be a good update for Forge Guard, since that is my go-to class. There's just not enough variety on this build, and they are not that enjoyable on the end game. Maybe have Manifest Armor to consume forged weapons to deal more damage. I know that this game has the potential to be the best. Much love from the Philippines. What you just described will not be in 1.2.
Look at that smile. Divine Essence. You have a chance to be granted Divine Essence each second while at high health, 65% up. Divine Essence lasts 10 seconds, grants 15% increased armor and healing effectiveness. They also reduce damage over time you take by 5 seconds. You can have a maximum of 3 Divine Essence at once. That would mean up to 15% damage over time reduction. This also gives you attunement with it up to 5 nodes. Divine Essence. Now let's talk engine upgrade.
Will we have any engine updates before season 2? Yes, we came extremely close to pushing out the engine update last week, actually. And someone found a bug at the last second, and we're like, all right, hold. But yeah, it's coming soon. I think it's gonna be, because the studio closes in for the last week or so of December, and a lot of us are terrible at taking vacation throughout the year, and we all take it in December because we're like, oh, we didn't take our vacation this year at all, so we're just like, oh, more time in December. Like I'm off right now technically, and so yeah. I think we're gonna wait until we're all back in the office in January to push that out.
Engine upgrade to Unity coming early January. Mike talks about the future.
Without giving us spoilers, though, you can if you want to. What new things are you most excited about for season 2? Yeah, it's I did this thing come up already, so I'll keep it short. Is the end game, is the Monolith updates. It's I think, the biggest criticism we get about Last Epoch, which is, I'm not arguing against you at all, which I think is very heavily reflected in what we're doing in 1.2, is that the end game can, especially for veteran players that have played Last Epoch for years, have gone through the end game a few times. They've experimented with most of the classes. There's not a ton of variety of activities to do in the end game, and I think that think that might get oversimplified a little bit when being discussed on forums and Reddit and stuff like that. But you know, like, it is still a fair criticism, is that the end game feels a little empty. And I think there's this like behemoth of amazing end game content that is being compared to, which I like love that we're being compared to Path of Exile at all. It is a tricky comparison to survive in a like a debate situation, if that makes any sense. And so yeah, we're really focusing on making that debate a lot less clear cut, you know. And so we're adding a ton of new activities to do in the end game. And you know, it's a lot of fun having different stuff to do. So that's what I'm most excited about, is new cool stuff to do.
It's gonna be awesome. All right, everyone, we have come to the final teaser for Dev Chat 156. Mike, as always, thank you for continuing your Friday live streams. The community truly appreciates it. You're even streaming on your vacation. Thank you so much. It just sets EHG apart from the competition. Please like, share, and subscribe if you think I've earned it. Check out Twitch. We just passed 20,000 followers. Thank you all so much for the support over there, live streaming almost every single day. Check out the Discord. We're approaching 4,500 members, and we have a game giveaway every 2 weeks. I'm done. Mike's going to show you a teaser and ramble for a little bit. Enjoy.
Oh my god, okay. We're going to put this up, which isn't going to look that exciting at first, but I'm going to talk about it in a second. Okay, so the serious thing that's brought up a lot is that if you have like if you put 2 0 LP items into a combiner, it makes a 1 LP item, and then you put 4 1 LP items into a combiner and it makes a 2 LP item, and then you put 8 2 LP items into a combiner and it makes a 3 LP item, and then you put 16 3 LP items into a combiner and it makes a 4 LP item. And it's like, oh my god, it's like you have to get a bajillion of these things because you're combining up the whole way. And it's basically like, you know, if you combine enough runes together, you'll find a Zod rune eventually. Yeah, it's billions of them or something. I don't know what it is. But like, yes, eventually there's a guaranteed way to get it. It's gonna happen. And I don't think, I'm not a big fan of that. There's this way to get this thing that's just inevitable. You're like, you grind, you kill enough boars in the forest, and eventually you'll get there. It feels kind of, I don't know. I think when I get an item from a system like that, I don't feel excited. I feel relieved. I think that's the difference, and I think I'd rather feel excited than relieved. Oh yeah. Okay. So let's look what's on screen right now. So this is all of the information about this node. There used to be something on this node that's been removed, and it's not immediately obvious, but let's assume for the purposes of this that all of the extra information is available. There's nothing like just hidden because we're not holding alt or something like that, but like all the information about this node is here. Everything is here. Let's see if anyone's figured out what's missing. So you're saying there's a secret B level? Oh my god, I wish. Yeah, there is no B level. Pause in the future, we'd love to do pause. Oh my god, it'd be so good. Will 1.2 come with a seasonal mechanic? It's gonna have like define seasonal mechanic. Yes or no, depending on how you define it. Did anyone get it? The Divine Fury. Someone said Divine Fury question mark. I'm gonna count that as someone getting it. Yes, it now no longer has the alt text that says this node does nothing if you've taken Divine Fury. LE is my favorite RPG. Yeah. And my biggest bet for the future. This game is wonderful, satisfies my desire to kill monsters and pass the time in a pleasant way. Thank you.